What if the way you start your morning could determine how you handle stress, make decisions, and stay calm in the face of chaos? What if just 10 minutes of intentional practice could help you build the discipline of a warrior, the clarity of a philosopher, and the peace of a monk? What if your morning routine became a sacred ritual, a place to anchor yourself before the noise of the world even begins? Welcome to the Daily Stoic Morning Routine. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, this routine isn't about perfection, it's about preparation. The Stoics believed that how you greet the morning sets the tone for your entire day. It's not about rushing to check your phone or diving into tasks, it's about pausing, reflecting, grounding yourself in principles that remind you what truly matters. In this series, we will walk through simple, powerful habits pulled straight from Stoic texts and adapted for modern life. Practices that build mental resilience, cultivate self-awareness, and bring clarity to your purpose. This is your moment to start again, not just to wake up, but to rise with intention. Let's begin with the first step of your daily Stoic ritual, preparing your mindset before the world pulls you in. Step 1. Prepare your mind before the world wakes up. Before the world demands anything from you, before the emails, the messages, the meetings, there is a window of quiet, and in that quiet lies a chance to choose your mindset. Marcus Aurelius began his mornings reminding himself of what the day might bring. He wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." At first glance, that might sound pessimistic, but look deeper. It's actually powerfully freeing. Marcus wasn't setting himself up for negativity. He was inoculating himself against surprise, preparing not to be shocked, but to respond wisely. This is the first step of the Stoic morning, mentally rehearsing the challenges of the day. It's called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, not to dwell in fear, but to build resilience. To say, I know life won't go perfectly today. I accept that, and I will meet it with strength. You can do this in your own way, while making your coffee, as you brush your teeth. Take a moment and run through your day. Who will you meet? What might go wrong? What usual frustrations could pop up? Then quietly say, I am ready. It's a mindset shift. You're not being reactive. You're being proactive. You're not waking up hoping everything will go your way. You're waking up knowing that you can handle it no matter what happens. This kind of preparation builds calm, like armor for your emotions. Because once you've anticipated the storm, you're less likely to be thrown by the first drop of rain. With your mindset prepared, it's time to turn inward, to reconnect with your values and intentions before the outside world tries to define them for you. Let's continue with the next step in your morning Stoic ritual, journaling with purpose. Step 1. Prepare your mind before the world wakes up. Before the world demands anything from you, before the emails, the messages, the meetings, there is a window of quiet, and in that quiet lies a chance to choose your mindset. Marcus Aurelius began his mornings reminding himself of what the day might bring. He wrote, When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. At first glance, that might sound pessimistic, but look deeper. It's actually powerfully freeing. Marcus wasn't setting himself up for negativity. He was inoculating himself against surprise, preparing not to be shocked, but to respond wisely. This is the first step of the Stoic morning, mentally rehearsing the challenges of the day. It's called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, not to dwell in fear, but to build resilience. To say, I know life won't go perfectly today. I accept that, and I will meet it with strength. You can do this in your own way, while making your coffee, as you brush your teeth. Take a moment and run through your day. Who will you meet? What might go wrong? What usual frustrations could pop up? Then quietly say, I am ready. It's a mindset shift. You're not being reactive. You're being proactive. You're not waking up hoping everything will go your way. You're waking up knowing that you can handle it no matter what happens. This kind of preparation builds calm, like armor for your emotions. Because once you've anticipated the storm, you're less likely to be thrown by the first drop of rain. With your mindset prepared, it's time to turn inward, to reconnect with your values and intentions before the outside world tries to define them for you. Let's continue with the next step in your morning Stoic ritual, journaling with purpose. Stoic practice 3, movement with mindfulness. The Stoics didn't just train the mind. They honored the body as a vessel for discipline, action, and presence. They believed in strengthening both, because to govern your impulses, you must first govern your physical state. You don't need an intense workout or a long run to practice Stoic movement. What you need is intention. Whether it's a short walk, stretching, breath work, or a series of calm movements, the goal is to wake the body and anchor the mind, not for the sake of aesthetics, but for clarity, energy, and control. Think of Epictetus, who taught that freedom begins the moment we master our reactions. That mastery often starts in the body, in your breath, in your posture, in how you carry yourself when no one is watching. As you move, bring your awareness inward. Are you rushing? Are you tense? Are you distracted? Now bring yourself back, grounded, calm, present. Let your movement be a form of meditation. This quiet time with your body helps you connect deeply with the day ahead. It reminds you that your strength is not just in your thoughts, but in how you carry them into the world. Now that your body and mind are aligned, it's time to revisit your guiding principles, your personal Stoic compass for the day ahead. Let's talk about reviewing your virtues. Stoic practice 4, review your virtues. Now that your body is awake and your breath is steady, it's time to revisit your core, your personal code. Stoicism teaches us that we aren't defined by external events, but by the virtues we choose to live by. These are your compass, your inner standard. When the world feels uncertain, they are your home. So pause. Inhale slowly. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be today? You're not looking for perfection. You're looking for direction. The Stoics emphasize 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. But these aren't abstract ideals. They are living practices. Courage might look like speaking up kindly when you're afraid. Justice might mean being fair in small decisions, even when no one sees. Temperance could be resisting the urge to check your phone. Wisdom could mean choosing to pause before you speak. Each morning, remind yourself, these are the qualities I train, not because I'm flawless, but because I strive to be better. You might even carry a small card or note with one word on it: patience, discipline, kindness. Let it be your mantra for the day. When distractions arise, when tension builds, come back to that virtue. Make it your shield. Make it your guide. Now that you've set your intention and chosen your path, it's time to remind yourself of the greatest Stoic principle of all. Control what you can, release what you can't. Stoic practice 5, reflect on impermanence. There's one truth we often avoid first thing in the morning, but the Stoics insisted we confront it daily. Everything you have, everyone you love, even the breath you're taking now, none of it is guaranteed tomorrow. It's not meant to depress you, it's meant to wake you up. This ancient Stoic practice is called memento mori. Remember, you must die. But in truth, it's a call to live. When you remind yourself of life's fragility, something powerful happens. You stop wasting time. You speak more kindly. You listen more closely. You show up fully because you understand. This moment will never come again. Take a breath. Picture someone you love. Picture something you care about. Then imagine this is the last time you'll see them today. How will you speak to them? What kind of presence will you bring? Epictetus said, "You are a little soul carrying around a corpse." In other words, don't be too attached to this physical shell. Use it, honor it, but never forget, our time here is brief. So instead of living in fear of loss, choose to live with gratitude. You have this moment. You have this breath. You have this day. Let it be enough. Now let's carry this awareness into your actions. The next Stoic habit will help you align how you live with what truly matters. Stoic practice. 6. Daily affirmation of values. Before the world gets too loud, before notifications buzz, emails demand replies, or social pressures start pulling at your energy, ground yourself. This is where daily affirmation comes in. Not the kind that simply says, "I'm good enough," but the kind that roots you in values. Stoic values dash. Each morning, remind yourself, I value wisdom. I act with courage. I seek justice. I strive for temperance. These aren't just lofty ideas, they are your compass. And by saying them aloud or writing them down, you begin to shape your day around them. Marcus Aurelius did this. Seneca did this. And now so can you. Speak them like you mean them. When you say, "Today I will be patient," your brain begins to look for moments to practice it. When you affirm, "Today I will not let anger control me," you give yourself a pause when conflict appears. These are not mantras. They're declarations of intent. Let your values be louder than your distractions. Let them guide your decisions before emotions do. This simple act, done daily, shapes your identity from the inside out. It's not about being perfect. It's about being committed. Now that we've centered the mind, it's time to move outward into how you act. Let's talk about the most overlooked yet powerful practice of all: service. Stoic practice. 7. Act with purpose, not urgency. Now that you've affirmed your values for the day, it's time to act. But how? The Stoics had a powerful belief. It's not just about doing things, it's about how you do them. It's about acting with purpose, not reacting with haste. Modern life tells us to move fast. Faster inbox replies, instant messages, rush through breakfast, jump into tasks, react, react, react. But Stoicism urges the opposite. Pause, breathe, choose. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This isn't just a rule, it's a rhythm. Begin your day's work, whatever it may be, with clarity. Don't just check boxes. Connect actions to values. You're not just replying to an email. You're practicing patience. You're not just managing a task. You're leading with discipline. You're not just having a conversation. You're choosing integrity in every word. This shift, from automatic reaction to deliberate action, is where peace lives. It's where strength grows. So before you dive into the day, remind yourself, I will act with intention. I will lead with virtue. I will not be pulled by urgency, but anchored by purpose. Now that your actions are aligned with purpose, let's step into the final, and perhaps most powerful, practice of all: gratitude and letting go. Stoic practice. 8. End with gratitude, begin with peace. Before you step fully into the world, before the meetings, the notifications, the distractions, there is one final quiet Stoic act that seals your morning routine. Gratitude. You've visualized hardship. You've written with intention. You've moved your body, breathed with focus, chosen your mindset, and committed to purposeful action. Now take one more moment to be thankful. Not for perfection, not for things going exactly as planned, but for this moment, for breath, for the chance to grow, for the gift of today. The Stoics knew how fleeting everything is. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you could leave life right now, Let that determine what you do and say and think. That may sound heavy, but it's also freeing. It's a call to presence. When you start your day rooted in gratitude, you no longer chase things out of desperation. You engage with them out of appreciation. You don't grasp. You give. You don't complain. You contribute. So before the world tugs you into its chaos, whisper a quiet thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this challenge. Thank you for the chance to become wiser, calmer, stronger. And with that, you are ready. This is the Daily Stoic Morning Routine. 8 simple but powerful practices drawn from ancient wisdom, made for modern life. If you've made it this far, thank you, truly. And if you found value in these ideas, share them. Practice them. Pass them on. Because the world needs more people who are steady, clear, and grounded, not just for themselves, but for everyone they touch. And if you want to keep walking this path with us, subscribe, comment, or just keep showing up here every morning. We rise with intention. We live with virtue. We end with peace.